And finally, the Supreme Court have done their review and come up with a judgment on the 24th or 25th of this month. It is so clear and very, very unambiguous. And one particular point that was made very clear in that judgment is that the issue of the leadership of APGA was not in contention. The national chairmanship of APGA was not in contention in the Supreme Court. What was in contention in the Supreme Court was the Deputy National Chairman South and the Deputy National Chairman North saying I have been suspended, really, at the lower court. It climbed all the way to the Supreme Court. The Court of Appeal threw out their whatever they were going for, and when they came to the Supreme Court, the case was settled. As we all remember, at the lower court, it was affirmed that the Convention of Owerri was a legitimate convention and that I was suspended as a national chairman of APGA. Finally, the Supreme Court has squashed all that. They have not reaffirmed me. What they have done is that they have no business with that aspect. What they've told us is that the removal of Chief Edozie Njoku as the national chairman of APGA is an internal affair and it is not justiciable. You cannot discuss the removal of Chief Edozie Njoku in any court of law apart from in the party. It is categorically clear there. I don't want us to keep going backwards and forward. What everybody must do is, if you have any doubt, read the judgment yourself and all your doubts will be cleared. APGA needs to reconcile. We are facing more on reconciliation. There are also 3 elections coming up in the twinkle of an eye, in Kogi, in Bayelsa, and in Imo State. A timetable is going to be rolled out tomorrow, and that is timetable that we are now going to work hard to see how we can get our party together at the shortest period of time. Please, whoever has been offended or hurt in the process of this struggle, please don't take it out on APGA. Just know that in my language they call it Ndoro pull me for power. And in the process of pulling for power, please accept all our apologies. I call on Oyadi, I call on all the former members of the NWC, I call on all the people in the wards, I call on all the people in the local government. Let us unify and move this beautiful party called APGA forward. APGA has been very fortunate to have had 4 different governors. Tons and tons and tons and tons of federal house members, tons and tons and tons of House of Assembly members, a few senators. We in APGA should become more cautious to the people that vote us in, and they are very disappointed in us at the moment. We need to address that. I also call and I ask that it should be looked into why a federal high court judge, knowing that a Supreme Court judgment had just passed a judgment a day before, and also their CTC had not been released, was allowed, I don't know how, to be relying a judgment on something that I'm sure he's very embarrassed today to be seeing that judgment. I call on all our people in the judiciary. We should all calm down. I always heard that Omotosho was a very high-level, responsible judge. I'm not saying he's not, but a lot is there to be desired about. I just can't understand how a Supreme Court can have a judgment today and the next day you come out with such statements. Such statements incite people to say and do things they shouldn't do. We must all be very, very careful. Let's move all these things aside and please rebuild the party. I feel that if you've read the judgment that came out yesterday, the Supreme Court judges have made all the interpretations you need about the case. First of all, you don't really need mine. What I advise you to do is to take it and spend some time reading it. And even the producer, give it to him to read. And then he will now, and go and inquire from the Supreme Court. Is this really from the Supreme Court? I can't, even a judge cannot interpret a fellow judge's judgment alone. I can't interpret it. But the Supreme Court went so deep into interpreting the 21st of October judgment and told you why I'm the national chairman of